Hello, once again. I'm Brian Spinski from Lost Silver Productions, and we're back with another edition of Convention Attention Abridged. Yeah, it's been a while since we've done one of these, and hey, that's just the way life has been to us. But hey, it's Comic-Con weekend's wrapping up, and there's been a lot of big news that a lot of people have been buzzing about, both in and out of the convention world. So let's try to get the biggest things that have come across our desk out of the way and spit out to you as quick as we could possibly get them. Of course, as we just said, San Diego Comic-Con was this weekend, and the biggest news coming out of the con brings more excitement to the already anticipated premiere of DuckTales on Disney XD next month. The preview trailer with new Scrooge David Doctor Who Tennant has already been whetting people's appetites, but now fans are even more amped to know that Duckburg will see a new visitor in the returning form of that terror who flaps in the night, Darkwing Duck! He is slated to appear in the August 12th premiere, with more appearances to come as the series goes on. Make no mistake that for many, Darkwing Duck has been a long-forgotten and underappreciated member of the series, the franchise, and everything else all related to Disney. Hey, as long as they keep his trademark catchphrases intact, I'm sure everybody is going to be super happy, if they're not happy already. Okay, since I made the brief reference to Doctor Who in regards to David Tennant, let's get this out of the way because I have been hearing so much complaint over this past week or so over the big announcement that Jodie Whittaker has been announced as the 13th Doctor for the next series of the actual Doctor Who. Everybody's been saying the series has jumped the shark or whatever it's called nowadays, that this is feminism and political correctness gone too far, another franchise ruins like Ghostbusters and all those whatever. The list goes on. I'm here to just tell all of you that are screaming and complaining about this one simple thing. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. And there are several reasons why. Number one, where is it written that Doctor Who, and not just Doctor Who, but a lot of the great heroes that we've followed in other stories and tales in fiction, where does it say they have to be male? They're not allowed to be ladies. They're not allowed to be anything else. Okay, and besides, you seem to also conveniently forget that his race, the Gallifrey, has the ability to shift its look and all the different kind of things. That includes gender. Hey, even this past week, the BBC and the people that create the series have even come out and said the exact same thing. And isn't it funny how all of you same critics had no problem years ago with a show called Star Trek Voyager, which, I don't know, had a female captain on its ship. Hey, even Dr. Crusher captained the Enterprise on the night shifts and in emergency situations on Next Generation. Nobody complained then either. Hey, even funnier, some of you out there also don't seem to mind or be all that fazed by seeing female cosplayers doing their own sometimes sexed up renditions of your favorite male heroes. So, not to start a riot here, but all of this sounds a little bit hypocritical on all your parts for everybody that's blasting Doctor Who like this. Yes, we're all fans here, we're all a community, and we respect each other's opinion, that's true, but just saying a little bit. Think about it. And since I brought up sexy cosplay, here's another segue. If you watched our podcast a couple weeks ago on Con Survival 101, and if you didn't, go watch it. We could all use it. One of the first main fundamental rules that we brought up during that discussion was the universal acceptance and fair treatment of all your fellow congoers, especially cosplayers. And of course, that oft-quoted fundamental rule that cosplay is not consent. Well, did you know, and I'm sure a lot of you didn't, that that statement is actually trademarked? Yeah, believe it or not, the phrase cosplay is not consent was filed under trademark in November of 2016 by the group Cosplay Deviants. Now, I don't really have much else to say about this except how in the world, if this is really trademarked, how in the world is this actually supposed to be enforced? I mean, we said it multiple times on the podcast. However, can we get sued for saying it because, oh no, it's their phrase now? They're the only ones. That's supposed to be the ways trademarks work, don't they? That just sounds very strange that somebody would actually, try to pen that as their exclusive thing when that's been a phrase that has been part of the landscape for so long now. Beats me, but hey, I'll just throw this to everybody out there that sees this. If for whatever reason you have run into anybody from, Cosplay Deviants or anybody associated with them that has tried to sue you or anything legally related called you out on the use of the phrase, shoot us a message. I would really love to hear this story. Finally, this week has seen a tumultuous roller coaster of news in the world of Sonic the Hedgehog. Several months ago, the popular Archie comics series went on hiatus, with no definite word from either Sega of America or Archie Comics as to its future. On Monday, all the rumors were put to rest, though, when it was finally announced that the two would be ending their partnership, ending the 24-year run of the longest-running video game comic book in history. However, all's not lost for Sonic, as on Friday, it was immediately announced that Sega had come to terms with IDW Publishing, home of other licensed titles such as My Little Pony, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Transformers, for a brand new series that will launch in 2018. For those people such as myself who have been following this story for the past several months, a lot of us have strongly felt that the writing has been on the wall for Archie Comics and Sonic for quite a while. I have a trusted inside source who has told me that, in their opinion, the blame is sort of 50-50 on the shoulders of former renowned or infamous, depending on your point of view, writer and creator Ken Penders and all the chaos and drama that he caused over at the comic several years ago, which ultimately led to his exit, and the legal troubles that are still going on and battling, to this day, and all that kind of stuff. Go read it yourself. I'm not going to get involved in that. And the other half of it would be on Archie Comics itself and the very poor managing job that the higher-ups there did with regards to just maintaining the comic, maintaining the licensing to the comic, so much to the point that Sega of America, even in spite of the reboots that they had to do to the comic line twice over the last 3 or 4 years because of all the Ken Penders drama, that Sega of America was still granting them the license, and Archie was just like, nah, no thanks, and stuff like that. They just dropped the ball and decided to go home without it. It seems very clear that Archie, the higher-ups, did not want the comic title anymore. And it's a shame for a lot of the people that were currently working on the comics, such as main writer Ian Flynn, main artist Tracy Yardley, and all of the other creatives there. So our condolences out to them because of this circumstance. However, my source has said that out of anybody that could have picked up the Sonic title, and we all admit this news came pretty quickly. We weren't expecting this to happen so fast. IDW is probably the best place that they could have possibly ended up because, based on the other licensed titles that they have, as we said, My Little Pony, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and all the others, my inside source says that IDW has treated all those licensed titles with the absolute pristine, utmost care that they could, possibly could. So, without question, definitely good that they ended up here. The one thing, though, that we are in agreement on, do not expect the characters from the Archie franchise version to come over to IDW. I'm talking about the ones that you know from Saturday AM, Princess Sally, Bunny, Antoine, Rotor. Probably it would be an almost guarantee that you will not see them in the new title. You have to understand that those characters were, even though Archie and the Saturday morning cartoon from the 90s with Jaleel White were sort of concurrent, remember that the cartoon was to, in a sense, to promote the Archie line because the comic did come first. So it was meant that the cartoon was supposed to complement the comic, not the other way around. So, and given all of the toxic, notions, and again all the chaos and the drama that exists from, the Archie line, I probably would say that this is the ends for those characters. You will probably never see them again. It's probably going to be a brand new continuity, more focused on the games, at least I would imagine, and we see where it goes from there. And I do got to kind of admit, I wonder how a couple of former friends of mine, feel about the news, because I know they never enjoyed the comics and the treatment of it, and especially the work of Mr. Penders and stuff. So, well, that's in and of its own thing. Make of it what you will. Let us know what you think out there. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Convention Attention. Our next podcast is going to be, again, on a special night. We're going to do it again on Tuesday. This time, Tuesday, August 8th is when it's going to take place, our usual starting time of 8 p.m. And going back to our first topic from this abridged edition, our topic is going to be about the world of Disney in anticipation of the big DuckTales premiere. We're going to talk about your favorite Disney franchises. Please, share them with us. Which ones are your favorite? And we're going to get a little bit in depth into where and how we, and hopefully you, feel that the world of Disney fits within the convention world as a whole. We'd like to really know your opinions as to how well it really fits in and belongs. So please join us for that if you can. And in the meantime, if you like this video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe this video. Hit that thumbs up down there. Subscribe to us. Also, like us over on Facebook at facebook.com/LostSilverProductions. And we have a brand new Twitter handle as well. You can reach us at Game Show Megamix, and be sure that you do that to follow us over there, because we're going to be sharing some little inside opinions, news, announcements, tidbits that you won't see anywhere else. Not here on YouTube, not on Facebook. So please make sure to, if you want the real inside track, follow us over there. So we'll hope to see you soon there. And we hope to see you on the con floor very soon for more conventions, more episodes of the Game Show Megamix, and all that good stuff. So until then, my name is Brian Sapinski from Lost Silver Productions. We'll see you.